The three purposes for writing. Authors write for three purposes. One purpose is to persuade, another is to inform, and the last purpose is to entertain. These three purposes can be remembered easily if you take the first letter of each purpose because they spell out P.I.E. So you can remember to persuade, to inform, and to entertain by spelling out P.I.E. To persuade means to convince someone to do something or to think a certain way by using reasons and arguments. Here's an example prompt that prompts students to write an argumentative essay, which is a form of persuasion. In the bottom half, if you remember from the video on deconstructing the prompts, that's where the actual prompt is. There are words in there that give you clues that this is asking you to write a form of persuasive writing. Those words include argue, because argument's a form of persuasion. Words like whether and should, because if you are asked what somebody should do, or what a group should do, that's an opinion. And if it's supported with evidence, that opinion is now an argument, which is a form of persuasion. And reasons and argument, those words tell you that you are being asked to write a form of persuasive writing. Types of persuasive writing include argumentative essays, which are also called persuasive essays. Advertisements. Ads in general are forms of persuasion because they're trying to get you to do something, which is part of the definition of persuasion. If they try to get you to buy something or to subscribe to a type of service, that's making you change your actions, which is persuasion. Book and movie reviews. If a book or movie is being reviewed, the reviewer is telling you whether it is good or bad and why. That's a form of persuasion. And proposals. If you are proposing or suggesting a project or an activity, you are being persuasive because you're trying to get the people who can make this a reality to change their mind and to do it. Another reason writers write is to inform, which means to give someone facts or information, such as events and descriptions. This is probably the most common form of writing, because if you are talking about things that happened, events, or how to do something, that's informational. Here's an example prompt. Again, if you remember from the video on deconstructing the prompt, the second half has the actual prompt. And again, there are words in there that give you clues that you are being prompted to write an informational piece of writing. Words like state and explain, if those are the only words that you can see apart from the words that give you clues that you are to write an argument, these words then tell you that you are being asked to write an informational piece of writing. Because stating facts, restating facts, explaining things, that's information. Types of informational writing include informational essays, which are also called expository essays. All textbooks of any nature are informational writing because they inform you about the subjects and topics that you are reading about. So history, science, and math, for example. Newspapers, if they're talking about events or describing something, they are informational writing. If it's the op-ed piece, well, that's opinion. That's not informational, but the majority of the newspaper is. Biographies, because they tell you about things that happened, events, they are informational writing. The last reason authors write is to entertain, which means to provide someone with enjoyment, contentment, and amusement. Here's an example prompt that prompts students to write a type of entertaining writing. Again, on the bottom half, which has the actual prompt, you'll find clues that show you that this is asking you to write an entertaining piece of writing. Words like story, developing your characters, describing the setting clearly using imagery and detail, and using dialogues are clues that tell you are being asked to write an entertaining piece of writing. Because while description is informational, describing it so clearly that your listener or reader can almost see it and starts enjoying the scene and having good feelings, that is now entertainment because you are causing enjoyment in the person listening to or reading your words. Types of entertaining writing include stories, which are also called narratives. These include novels like the books you read at school, plays, and fairy tales. Poems are also entertaining writing because they cause enjoyment when you read it. You hear the rhythm, you see the metaphors and the similes, you feel good. That's entertaining. Jokes, they make you laugh. That's entertaining. They amuse you. And autobiographies and biographies can often be entertaining as well, because in addition to telling you about what happened, they can also get you to think about your own life and to be moved. And that's a form of entertainment. Click here to go to more videos on writing. Thanks for watching. Until next time.